Welcome to syllabus.7, guys. We are looking at ecumenism. In this syllabus dot point, you have to talk about characteristics of the impact of Christian ecumenical movements in Australia, particularly looking at the NCCA and the New South Wales Ecumenical Council. We're going to look at two different things over syllabus dot point 7 and 8. They are two different types of unity initiatives. The first unity initiative is amongst Christianity, and it is called ecumenism. The point of ecumenism isn't to convert everyone to one particular variant like Christianity or Anglican. The real driving motivator towards the movement of ecumenism is about religious unity amongst Christian denominations. Just Christian. Basically, it's looking at cooperation. It's getting different ecumenical initiatives, get Christians to look and see what they have in common. I mean, they're all part of the banner of Christianity as a faith or a religion. The point of ecumenism is, okay, guys, let's stop focusing on why we're different. Let's focus on what we have in common rather than what kind of divides us. And the biggest thing that they have in common is Christ. Christ, salvation, the death and resurrection, the Trinity, the Holy Spirit, and all of those core values. There's two examples that the syllabus particularly talks about, and while it is not absolutely objectively talked about, another really important ecumenical movement in Australia, besides from the two examples, is the Uniting Church. You may or may not have heard of it. Here's the bits that you probably don't know. The United Church was only founded in 1977. If you look at some of your census data from the other syllabus dot points, these can be interesting things to note. It is an example of the merging of all Methodist churches in Australia. All of the Methodists, a bit over half the Presbyterian church at the time around the early 70s, and most, if not all, of the Congregationalists. It was these three churches that came together and said, hey, let's stop being separate, let's be one and the same. And its intention was to bear witness to unity. Okay, it was chosen, the phrase for it, uniting, was chosen over united, to signify it as an ongoing commitment to ecumenism. So a really important example to understand about Christian unity is the Uniting Church and the merging of these three different variants to form one cohesive variant, the Uniting Church. The syllabus particularly talks about the National Council of Churches, and the New South Wales Ecumenical Council. Here's the important thing to understand. The NCCA, or the National Council of Churches Australia, is the federal one, or the one across Australia. Its body or representative within New South Wales is the New South Wales Ecumenical Council. In the supplementary materials, you can look at heaps about initiatives that they do. It will be important if you're looking at ecumenical movements for the HSC that you look up extra things on top of what I give you in terms of initiatives, because this is what this syllabus dot point is asking you to do. It's asking you to describe the impact of these movements in Australia. You will not be able to talk about these movements as having impact unless you have examples. The TLDR, or the too long didn't read version, is that the NCCA was formed in 1982. It is just a big council that's intention is towards ecumenism, or the uniting of different variants. It consists of 16 different churches throughout New South Wales. The New South Wales, that's these guys. Sorry, I am assuming that should be under there. Sorry about the confusion. The NCCA consists of 16 different churches, and its intention is to unify and work as a representative of the NCCA within New South Wales. So the NCCA is your federal body. It's an ecumenical one that aims to deepen relationships of member churches, and you can look up the most up-to-date and accurate information on who the member churches are. So, one more time in summary. NCCA, big federal example. New South Wales Ecumenical Council, little guy example. You will need yourself, when you are writing a response, examples of initiatives. examples of initiatives run by both. I've spelled this wrong, but that's okay. Examples of initiatives that the Ecumenical Council in New South Wales does and the broader NCCA. And that's it, guys. That's ecumenism.